You forget that you have a selective memory. We were enslaved while we watch you celebrate your so-called Day of Independence and your 4th of July parade of romping revelry. By my fire you shall remember me. That's why I wrote that song called Liars, because I'm familiar with your old school devilry. In the ancient days, you were the student while we were the teacher. We were the athletes on the historical field while you were just the spectator in the bleacher. But today the duplicator has become the originator and the originator has become the duplicator. Sort of like a sick cycle, like a spinning kidney dilator. You have taken out my tongue and transplanted your tongue into mine so I could speak the way that you speak. You have taken out my eyes and transplanted your eyes into mine so I could see the world the way that you see it. You have taken out my mind and transplanted your mind into mine so I could think the way that you think. This was your legacy, your present day, and your latter day campaign. African sense of self never to be seen again.
My name is Heru, and I'm what they call a spoken word artist, spoken word poet, performance artist, etc., etc. I've been doing this for some time, and I got into it kind of accidentally, where I used to have a band when I was in graduate school, and I moved away from my band and needed to express myself somehow, so I would go to open mic spots and without a band perform the lyrics of my songs as poetry. I was inspired by the artists who were bringing information along with entertainment. So, you know, in reggae music, you have the Peter Tosches, the Bob Marleys, the Burning Spears. You know, Burning Spears always singing about Marcus Garvey. That made me want to read about Marcus Garvey. So I saw those artists as artists who were part of a long tradition of artists who were basically related to the people, had a relation to the people, and were interested in giving the people information so that they could have a better day. That's what inspired me. I wanted to be like that because they did so much for my own development, so I felt that if I'm going to be an artist, I have to do the same thing.
Unanointed, disjointed, self-appointed. Unanointed, disjointed, self-appointed. He's a retired 4-star general who will sell you out quicker than Pat Sajak will sell you vowels. So while we trying to free Mumia, we might as well free Colin Powell. Throw in the towel. Colin, you better start listening to your ancestors instead of listening to Georgie Porgy. And by the way, that information you tried to turn into United Nations on Iraq happened to be a forgery, and y'all handling international situations horribly. And Saddam Hussein would have probably gave y'all some free oil if you would have just asked cordially. And when you turn on your TV, you see Tom Brokaw, Peter Jennings, and Dan Rather lying simultaneously. They are teleprompter parrots and parakeets who cannot speak extemporaneously. And even if they tried, they would be fired instantaneously by thieving CEOs who laugh all the way to the bank blamelessly, because they are manufacturing your consent shamelessly. And on the radio, you've got rappers Andy and Amously rhyming about black on black crime infamously. And American minds are gone with the wind aimlessly, because everyone has fallen for the American dream and illusion that you can live and die painlessly. Hush. Hush.
A lot of times we get feelings as artists, just as human beings, as to what's right for us. You know, some of us are working jobs that we hate. Most of us are working jobs that we hate. And the artist who is a professional artist is in a very unique position where they're able to get paid to do what they love to do. And I used to be an attorney. And, you know, going to court every day, you know, I'd be in court and I realized this wasn't something I wanted to do with whatever talents I was given, you know, the gift of speech or the gift of being able to put words together. I knew that I could reach a broader audience by being in the world of poetry, in the world of performance art. I just felt more comfortable in that skin. You have vibratory energies in all art forms, and all of these vibratory energies are trying to deal with tapping into emotions. Spoken word poetry is just one avenue to triggering the emotions of people, the emotions of human beings. So we take, you know, someone who's a painter is dealing with the emotions and the vibratory patterns of colors and shapes and what have you, and you're trying to trigger certain emotions. Spoken word poetry does the same. One is not better than the other, one is not more powerful than the other. It's tapping into senses, you know. With spoken word poetry, you can paint pictures also with words. You can paint colors with words. You can paint emotions with words. You can tell stories like, you know, a movie would tell a story. You do that with words. Good poetry can do that, and it taps into emotions in the most poignant ways. Yes, New York, if you want to find out more about me, my name is Heru, and you can check out any information you want on me, www.heruspeaks.com. That's HERUSPEAKS.com. www.heruspeaks.com. Thank you.